starting here at 102 just in a moment. Exhibition between the JVs. This is Jeff Doring. I'm not sure what weight he's at.
Got Jeff Doring and Justin Denault, Nick Denault. Nick Denault's a senior from Concordia. Tonight, Minneapolis is hosting Concordia Panthers. Yeah, we welcome all you wrestling fans back here. This is an exhibition match to start off. I'm not sure how many they got right now. And there you see Doring getting out of bounds, escaping that takedown. Jeff's wrestling a senior here, so I'm not sure who Concordia has wrestling at 125 that's better than him. Oh, it's Grant Wisdom. And he must have beat him. So we got Jeff Doring and Grant Wisdom. He's about got that takedown. He comes around. .48 seconds left here, first period. And Jeff just about got a takedown as they go out of bounds. This is Cleo Semino and Dan Leach going to be broadcasting for you on Channel 37, and we appreciate them putting this on. Getting started here on our wrestling career this year. I'm going to do the home games and help Dan anyway. And there you see Jeff just about get a takedown. 29 seconds left. He's staying with it. He should have it here. Yeah, that's awful close. The Doring kid coming along pretty good. He's a freshman.
He looked like he was doing really well trying to stay in bounds, getting that takedown.
Yeah, one thing about them Concordia kids, you'll see that the rest of the night. They know where that out of bounds circle is, and they'll find it. Something Coach Giles doesn't teach. He teaches wrestling. And there you see who's out of bounds again. Now, the red going to keep backing up. They may get a penalty point. So Jeff needs to keep the pressure on here.
Since it's JV, I'm guessing they'll probably give a warning first, but maybe.
And there you see him go out of bounds again. So we'll see. That's Bob Workentine officiating, and we've got a blood call here. So we'll take a little time out here. Second period here, Jeff Doring down. He's wrestling Nick Denault, a senior from Concordia. Jeff Doring, a freshman. You see him get close to an escape there. And he got one. Now you see if that would have been a Concordia wrestler, he'd have went out of bounds. There, he's almost going to get a takedown here, but see that Concordia kid backing out. Careful now. Ooh, Jeff left himself wide open there for a double leg takedown. I don't know, that's kind of controversy. I'm not sure he ever had a takedown, but he gave it to him, so that makes the score 2-2. And there's a takedown for Jeff right there. Excellent job. See that Concordia kid trying to go out of bounds there. 4-2, that makes Jeff ahead, and of course Concordia kid working out of bounds. This is kind of unusual for Denault. I always thought he was a good wrestler. Not taking anything away from Jeff Doring. I know he's going to be an up-and-coming wrestler, and just being a freshman, but Denault just seems a little sluggish.
Oh yeah, I had a pleasure of watching Jeff in the junior high meets a couple last year and the year before, and I always said he was going to be good. We'll see what happens in the next few years.
Yeah, illegal hold there. He just had his, if I don't know if you guys can, well, I wish we could rewind it, you could see what we're talking about, but he had his arm, he was going for a half, and he had his arm, his hand above the shoulder blade, and I don't know, that's such a, they don't want anybody's arms broke, so Jeff loses a point there by a penalty, so the score is 4-3 with 43 seconds left. I'm not sure who Jeff would have to compete with on the varsity level, but there you see him getting the Concordia kid to his back, but did not get any back points at all.
I think Trevor Lambert at 125.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, there we go. That's what Dan was talking about. You got to give a warning first, and now he's got his warning. And now he's going to get his half in here, but Concordia just stood up. Got to be careful. 5 seconds left. Don't want to give him up any points. And that hand behind Bob's head is just a potentially dangerous move, and no penalty, no caution. Okay, we're going in third period, 2-minute periods. 4-3, Jeff's ahead. Freshman against a senior, and we got blood time again. Third and final period for Jeff Doran, wrestling Nick Denault. Jeff's ahead, 4-3 here, 125 pounds. And he's trying to get him turned here. And he's going to get it here. Now he's got his arm in. That's what he's got to be careful with. Trying for a chicken wing here. Now if he can walk the head, just keep the arm. Denault tries to stand up, and Jeff just takes him on down. Now the Concordia kid has a warning on the bottom, not doing nothing, so Jeff just keeps applying the pressure here. He could get a penalty point for him, and there we see maybe, well, his back is right on that white line. He's not going to get any back points here. But Workentine, I think, giving him the benefit of the doubt. He needs to move here, 55 seconds left. I think I'd be giving Jeff a point. What do you think, Dan?
I think it would be within normal limits to give him one.
Boy, he just
doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Nothing at all. Jeff just needs to be smart, stay right there, work something. Guy on bottom doing nothing. And it'd be nice for him to get a point, because if this kid gets an escape, then it's going to tie it up. So I would definitely throw a point now. Yeah, 25 seconds left. The kid on the bottom's done nothing. Jeff just needs to keep applying the pressure, applying all the pressure he got. Don't want to get out to the side too far. 12 seconds left. And Jeff Doran's going to win his first JV match here. Oh, he just about got that into some back points there. I think Bob Workentine was awful nice to him. Of course, this is a JV and first match of the year and stuff, so it's try to show the kids what they need to do, and that's okay.
Well, Jeff won 4-3 in that match. He's a senior, so I'd say he did pretty well.
Brian Cooter, a junior, going to be wrestling Garrett Jensen, a sophomore. This is what they got him down here is 135 pounds. Garrett Jensen, he's a sophomore. And you see Brian get in real good on a single leg, switches to a double. And there's that wide out of bounds line where the Concordia kids go to. And Concordia kid trying to switch him back, but Brian held him off.
Surprised to see Brian wrestling JV matches, but then I remembered who else was at 135, and that's the number 2 in the state last year at 130, Sean Brennan. So it didn't surprise me as much after I found out.
Concordia kid in on a single leg. Brian fighting it off. Could turn this into a power half here and get the kid to his back, and he's trying. And if he just come around and get 2 here. And there you go. He covered the back leg. So that gives Brian 2. He goes up 2-0 with 57 seconds left, first period. Sophomore for Concordia looks pretty tough out there. Garrett Jensen.
You gotta love this about Minneapolis wrestling. They just get on top and ride until you guys just either try to escape or just wear us down, and then they try and pin them.
30 seconds left. Brian working for some back points here. And there you see the Concordia kid worked up to his hips. And they go out of bounds. 20 seconds left, first period. Exhibition match here.
Now, not all of you might remember, but Brian wasn't here last year. He moved to Minnesota because his dad took a job up there. But his freshman year, he was a varsity guy. Varsity started. Brian's up 2-0.
Brian Cooter up here in the second period, minute 30 left. 2-0. He got that takedown in the first period. Working the Concordia kid to his back here. Yeah, I agree with Dan. Coach Yao is going to have an excellent season this year with the wrestlers that he's got. Concordia wrestlers last year, they took 9th overall, their team at 9th in state last year in 4A. And they got one returning state champ, and we'll see him at 189 tonight. And there you see Brian getting reversed here. However, he still has a head, so you cannot give him the 2. But it's going to be hard to keep him from not. Brian tries to switch there to no avail, so that tied the score up 2-2 with 48 seconds left. When you come out to the side like that, you gotta keep some pressure on them hips, because when them hips go out, you're gonna get taken. And when we get done here, we're gonna ask Dan why he's not wrestling this year. Yeah, powerhouse last year. Being a senior here this year, I don't know, Dan, I guess he's gonna commentate instead. That's all right. That's part of the deal. And I think Dan's going to go and do the away games and tournaments and you know, whatever he can get done there. Not Brian. Sorry, it went the other way. Brian had a hold of 2 fingers. He was trying to break the hold, and yeah, I thought the same thing at first. I'm like, how can he have an illegal hold? He's on the bottom, but he was on the bottom there, and he only had 2 fingers, and you got to have more than 2 when you're pulling on fingers.
I remember that.
So anyway, Brian lost a penalty point there. We're going to go into the third period. Brian's down 3-2, but I'll bet you it won't take long for him to get out of the bottom here. I first saw that, I thought, well, what are you calling there, Bob? And our guy's on the bottom. And there's a good switch now. There's a combination switch there, and he's going to get one. Yeah, there he got one, and then he's adjusted his headgear, and boom, the Concordia kid right on him. Very lucky they went out of bounds there. Yeah, that 3-3. That tied the wrestling match up here in the third period. Yeah, Brian just got to adjust that headgear, and as soon as he did that, O'Garrett shot in and got his leg, and luckily went out of bounds. And there you see Garrett in on a double leg, and he got pretty darn deep there. Now Brian trying to reverse it, but he's turned his back to the mat and able to get away from any back points, but the 2 takedown puts Brian down by 2. Yeah, he got real lucky there. You see Workington go around to the back, and I thought maybe he's going to get some back points off there. Brian's got 40 seconds to tie this match up. Pretty sure he's going to have to get a switch to get 2. Stand-up is not going to do anything for him. And that looks like to me he's working for a reverse Granby. It's there. It's there if he just sets... Kid's working on a cradle, though. He's got 12 seconds to tie the match up. He's got to get a reversal. There it is. He hits that switch. One thing about this, kids, when you hit them switches, hit 1 or 2. Don't stop at 1. 1 will usually never get you out. And so Brian loses that match 3-5. Maybe we got one more here, it looks like. One more exhibition match. Okay, I thought we was going to get ready for the lineup, but we got one more exhibition match here. Looks like a heavyweight.
I think 189.
189.
Maybe 215. Anthony Johnson.
89.
Minneapolis, Anthony Johnson.
I hear that, 189-pound exhibition match. Anthony Johnson, a sophomore. Got to work a little bit with Anthony when he was in Kids Fed, and a lot of determination there. Good kid. A lot there in the future. There you see him get in deep on a double leg. Just didn't finish it. He gave up on it. And he did a good job, an excellent job getting out of that. Goes down to a single and gives it up. Nobody has anything yet. Right on the line. Oh no. Okay, Bob. Oh. Well, and both of them, half of their bodies were out of bounds. Okay, well, Bob, we'll give that one to you. 2-0. Anthony's down. Anthony's wrestling a freshman, Cody Richards. I guess that's why I don't wear the black and white. But there you see Anthony get a 1 escape. Very quick move there. And I'll tell you what, when you get in the heavyweight division, that's what you need. And
yeah, even though Anthony looks a lot bigger and chunkier than this guy, he seems to be quicker. If he just get in deeper on his shots and hold on to it, he'd be able to get it.
he's got it right here. Cross face and get around. 58 seconds left. Try to tie the match up. He's just too high. He's got to really throw those hips at him. And there you see him lunge at him. He just doesn't want it. There he goes. Come on around. Come on around. There you go. No, that should be 2. Yeah. 2-2. Anthony ties the match up, and now they're out of bounds. So excellent job there by Anthony. 31 seconds left. First period. That put Anthony ahead. I'm sorry. I forgot he got an escape there earlier. Yeah. So Anthony's ahead. Now we'll see if Anthony can hold him down here.
I think I know why Anthony's so much quicker this year than I used to be. He has to wrestle all bigger guys in practice this year. Ross and Curtis Stevenson and his brother Alex, they're all bigger than him, and that's all he wrestles in practice. He's got to rely on his fitness.
Uh-oh. Got a little sloppy there. Could have had some back points. Yeah, 4 seconds there. Very exciting here. Anthony's ahead 5-3. Oh, just kind of run that through. Concordia kid got an escape, and right away Anthony took him down. So that put the score at 5-3. Anthony had him on his back there for a little bit, just couldn't hold him.
Well, we're going to start the second period. The Concordia guy will be down, trying to get an escape.
Concordia kid sets straight down now. This should be easy for Anthony. Oh, he's going to get switched. Got to keep his hips up. Give up. Give it up. Give it up. Oh, Anthony did a good job getting out of bounds there. Anthony had him there and just kind of let go. So Anthony gives up 2 there. Ties the score up 5-5. Second period here.
Yeah, I think Anthony's
Oh, he lunged. I think that comes along with confidence. Once you get that confidence, and there you see Anthony get an escape, so puts Anthony up 1. It looks like Concordia kid's tired. I think Anthony needs to just get in there and get a single, work himself to the double. Well, he goes right to a double. Good happen there. He's gonna stick this kid. Guarantee you. Well, when you get to this position, you never give up. Well, he's got to get his hands out of there. See his hands there? Yeah, now he can go to it. There you go. He's got to pick up the other elbow. He's going to get some back points. That puts him ahead 8-5. And now he's working for 3 more here. Now he's got it deep. I think he's got him, Dan. 50 seconds. Right there. Now he reversed it. Oh. I think he's got to get his legs out of there. Now he's just got to squeeze that tight. He just don't have it tight. He's got everything loose yet. Be careful, Anthony. Be careful. Now he's going to get 3 more, and he's going to lose 2, and he's going right to his back. Keep fighting. 14 seconds left. Don't get stuck. Well, there's going to be a lot of those matches for Anthony. There really is. A nice kid, a good kid, a good strong wrestler. Just got to be a little more confident.
Yeah, well, he ends up losing that, but he sure did almost dominate that kid, 14-7 before he got pinned. He just made a few mistakes here and there, and it got him down.
Yeah, you learn a lot of those as you go on, and he's going to understand that. Hopefully he'll watch this video and understand what he did. But boy, I tell you what, when you get a kid on your back, you got to just tighten things up so tight that kid can't breathe, and he wasn't. He was just loose, and he just kind of gave up on it there.
Looks like we're going to have another 189-pound match here. It's Luis Contreras. He's a freshman this year. He gets in on a double, but couldn't hold on. He needs to get back up on his feet.
Dan, can you tell me, where did he come from? Has he been here? Did he wrestle for Giles last year?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I think he was here last year.
Another freshman wrestler here, exhibition. He got taken down. It's 2-0, and he just about was so clear for an escape.
Got back around.
.56 seconds left, first period. Luis fighting off that half Nelson. That Concordia kid's throwing, and nice set out. Good set out. Just needs to come around. There he got his one. 2-1 now.
2.
Yeah. 34 seconds left. We'll see if Luis can get in there and get a takedown here. Them heavier weights, they like to work on that head a lot. Don't like to get down on the legs because when them kids sprawl on you, they hurt. Eight seconds left here. Oh, he tries a head throw and he gets it. Oh my goodness gracious. Now I'll tell you, that's tight. That's tight. Oh my. I think that kid wanted a head throw and he got it. I tell you what, with 6 seconds left, you don't give him your head. I was shocked that Concordia kid just let him do that. Oh, Luis, he's like, hey, I got this. I'm going to throw it.
Doesn't seem like he's lacking any confidence, does it?
No. Two freshmen here. They probably more likely have wrestled before. It's hard to say. There you see Luis. Concordia kid gets an escape. Gets 1 point for an escape, so it makes it 6-3. Second period. I wonder if old Luis will go for a head throw again. Yeah, here we go. Well,
you just got to get into the right position to do that again. You never know when it's going to happen. Just like last time, we got really surprised by it.
got to keep his hands out front. There you go. Tie up. Good sprawl. Good job. Just got to control it, and he did.
Give him a
Well, actually, they were both up. If I was scoring it, the Concordia kid would have got the takedown. No, I don't think Luis had control at all, but the score says 8-5. So we'll just have to wait and see how they iron that out. Now there's a warning. He's got to scoot out of bounds. He's got to keep moving out of bounds. Excellent job. Excellent job.
Yours has been on. Yours has been on. Well, it's the third period, 8-8. Luis is tied with this Concordia freshman. It's on.
Well, maybe we'll get Dan back on the speaker here. It's not a one-sided conversation, I guarantee you. We just didn't get him plugged in. Hopefully that we'll get these bugs worked out. But Luis is 8-8 here. A minute left in the third period.
One of them needs to do something. They seem to just be walking around right now, stalling.
There you see a takedown by the Concordia kid. Puts him ahead 10-8. 5 seconds left. Third period.
He seemed to be riding kind of high, Cool, but now he's back to. Well, he's getting too high every once in a while. If Luis could turn him over, then he could get a switch, but.
He got his base belt, and he comes on up. He gets, oh my.
It seems like Luis is just tired, Cool.
Well, they got him down here on the deal as 2:15, so. 20 seconds left here. Needs to roll on through that, but to no avail. Minneapolis kid gets pinned in the third period. I think that's going to be it for the exhibitions. And we'll get ready here for the.
I think you're right, Cool.
For the duel and the announcements for all the wrestlers. So we'll be back here in just a little bit.
At 112, freshman for Concordia, Kyle Taylor. From Minneapolis, a sophomore, Trevor Eagle. At 119, a senior for Concordia, Eric Cano. Minneapolis is open. At 125, for Concordia, a senior, Grant Wisdom. From Minneapolis, a junior, Trevor Lambert. At 130 for Concordia, junior, Adam Taylor. From Minneapolis, a senior, Nick Johnson. Weight class 135 for Concordia, senior, Dylan McNeil. From Minneapolis, the junior, Chris Kendall. Weight class 145 for Concordia, freshman, Weston Fleming. At 145, ninth grader, Jamie Smith. At 140, a junior for Concordia, Lucas Deal. Also a junior for Minneapolis, Sean Brennan. At 152 for Concordia, they are open. Minneapolis, a junior, Travis Noon. 160, Minneapolis, Concordia is open. For Minneapolis, a senior, Jared Mary. Class 171, Concordia is open. Minneapolis, a senior, Seth Atwell. Weight class 189 for Concordia, junior, Jacob Strait. For Minneapolis, a senior, Jeff Mortimer. Weight class 215 for Concordia, sophomore, Danny Lavoy. Minneapolis junior Curtis Stevenson. Weight class 275 for Concordia, freshman Josh Brown. And for Minneapolis, a senior Faraz Afami.
Well, there's the lineups for you folks. Minneapolis is open in a couple spots, and then Concordia is open at 160 and 171 and 152. So pretty evenly matched on opens there.
Yeah, we give up 2, and they give up 3. So we'll. I think that's gonna hurt us. I really do. There's no reason why we don't have 119 and 103, but I'm sure Coach Giles is working on that.
Yes, well, I think I think that both of them are because the guys that are there are supposed to have made weight today and didn't. I know a 145 pounder didn't make weight, and I know a 119 pounder didn't make weight this morning. I didn't know about the 103. He might have grade problems too, but
well,
either way.
We're both open in that class, so that helps us and helps them because nobody loses any points. So here we got Trevor Abel wrestling at 112. And he gets in there and he gets a single leg. And if he can just kick out this is one of those tricky ones, who's got who, and I'll guarantee you Abel's on the bottom. So you got a takedown by the Concordia kid.
He's going to have some trouble getting out of this one, but there he goes. Oh, and he's getting into a single.
So Trevor comes out.
He's really deep. He's got to be able to pull that off. But he lets go and gets his escape instead.
Okay, Trevor's got a long haul back. It's 5-1. Just didn't finish that single leg when he got in there, and the kid turned him into a cradle and got back points on him. I don't understand, Dan. Both of us were open at 103, and they gave Concordia 6.
Well, I don't think we were open.
We were open.
Yes, they weren't open.
Usually they announce those kids and give them the credit of being 103, you know, but evidently we're speeding things up here.
I guess so.
But that's all right. Nobody knew Ty Gannett anyway from Concordia, so we rushed right in here to Trevor Abel, who wrestled 103 last year.
On JV.
Oh, he was just...
His twin brother was the varsity 103 pounder last year. That's what I'm wondering he is. From my understanding in school, I thought Trevor was going to be at 103 and Marcus would be at 112 this year. Because
it's the first period.
Because Marcus has always been a little bit bigger. But I don't seem to see Marcus even on the bench over there.
Well, Trevor's starting in a down position here. He's wrestling a freshman from Concordia, Kyle Taylor. And Trevor's got some time to make up. 5-1, he's down. He got that escape earlier in the first period, or late in the first period, so you ought to be able to get an escape here. Actually, he really did everything right. He got in and got that single leg right off the bat, just didn't finish it. And there you see, well, basically Kyle just gave him its escape, don't you think, Dan? I mean, he just let
it up. I think he just gave it to him. He's probably one of those guys more confident on his feet.
Yeah, probably gonna be shooting here. That gives Trevor two escapes, 5-2. And there you see Trevor shot in, but got nothing. Yeah, I think Dan is right. The Concordia kid's so good on his feet, he just made Trevor make the mistake.
7-2, a minute left in the second quarter. Period.
So Trevor's still down 5 here. 50 seconds left. Concordia kid putting him in a cradle. And Trevor's on his back right now. He's pretty tight right there. And 45 seconds left in the second period. Trevor gives up a pin. And that'll be 6 points, team points. So that puts Concordia ahead 12-0.
Well, actually 18 because we don't have anybody at 119. So
that's true. We are open at 119, so that'll give up another 16 points. You get 16 points for a fall and for an open. So next up, maybe we can get this straightened out. We got Trevor Lambert, a senior this year. He's going to be wrestling Grant Wisdom. Grant Wisdom is a junior. Trevor was so close last year to going to state by one match. And there you see Trevor get in deep, single leg here. And I'll guarantee you he won't give up on that single. And there you see him work around to get a cover on that, and he's going to get 2 here.
He's got to get his head free before Bob will give him the 2.
Well, I'll guarantee you he'll get it.
Well, Trevor's a hard worker. He won't give up. There we go.
I tell you, you set in that position because you're right on your hip, and when you sit there that long, it gets kind of timely, and you could get thrown into something else, and Trevor knows the moves, so Grant wisely gives up the 2, and there you see Trevor working for back points. Trevor's going to try to make up that deficit we're at right now in team points is 18. And you see Grant Wisdom work out of bounds. Now Trevor's got to be a little wiser there and keep him in bounds, especially when you got a pinning combination on.
Well, he had a good one on too. He had Grant's hand in his crotch, and it's a good way of turning them over onto their backs. I remember Giles beating that into our brains last year, and I know Trevor's always liked to use that.
One thing about opening the season with Concordia, like I said earlier, Concordia, very tough team. They placed 9th out at state last year, and here you see Trevor had him in a pinning combination, but couldn't get any back points. So Trevor's just ahead 2-0 here with 27 seconds left, first period. And there you see him working out of bounds. Now Trevor's just got to pull him back in.
I think you're right about that, Cleo. Giles likes to schedule somebody tough at the beginning, so he knows where he's at.
And you notice there, Trevor went to the opposite side. Maybe he feels more comfortable there, or maybe just to throw that wrestler off. Now you see him got him in a pinning combination again. Get to his head tilt, and he really puts a lot of pressure on the back of that neck there with that elbow. But Concordia wrestler doing a fine job there, 2-0.
Well, with all that hard work Trevor gave in, the Concordia guys really sitting good to just be down 2 points. He's done well at defending everything Trevor's had.
Trevor, very smart wrestler. Been doing it so long, the kids try to move on him, and he counters it. Good counter wrestler.
Well, most of the time that's how Trevor works. He doesn't really have to start anything. He just waits for the guy to make a move and finds which mistake he's made and attacks it. Trevor lets him go, though, figuring he probably gave him the escape anyways.
Now Trevor, a senior this year, wrestling a junior. Grant wins them. 2-1's the score. Minute 10 left here, and Grant gets in deep on Trevor and gets a single. We'll see if Trevor gives it up here. Just about got him in a cradle here. But I'll tell you what, Trevor's tough in this position. So Grant gets a takedown.
Puts him up 3-2 over Trevor. Trevor needs to do something before the period ends. I'd like to see him up before the third period starts.
.26 seconds left here. I'm sure Coach Giles would like to see Trevor get up and get an escape and tie this match up going into the third period.
Well, it's looking like he's working for a switch here.
13 seconds. We'll see here. Trevor's got it to get up here.
Well, now he's going. Yeah, he's going to get the skip. No. Concordia guy just kind of walked out of bounds with him.
3.3 seconds. Trevor was at a place where he should have circled, stayed in bounds, and got that escape. There's no room for that. He's got to get that. Got locked hands there by the Concordia kids, so that will tie the matchup. There you see Bob Workentine award Trevor Lambert 1 point. So that tied the matchup. 125-pound Trevor Lambert from Minneapolis. 3-3, third period. Now, kid's got to be careful when he's get out that far on Trev.
Yes, he does. Trevor's got very long arms and can get a hold of one of them knees when you stick it out there that far.
I thought Trevor was going to throw him in a Grammy there for a second, but just didn't have his leg. Trevor's not in a very good spot right now.
No, he isn't. I think Trevor's good on bottom, but he's even better on top, especially in the third period. He can just ride him all day long.
Now look how flexible that kid is. If they did that to my arm, they'd have to sew it back on. Now Trevor's in a predicament here. Coach Moore, Concordia coach, protesting that hold there. Now you look at these two guys here, and these guys, between them two, there must be 50 years of wrestling. Well, more than that, a lot more than that. Coach Moore is protesting the call, illegal hold, and I'm pretty sure Bob Workentine's going to win this. It doesn't make Mr. Moore very happy, but it gives Trevor 1 extra point for that penalty.
Yeah, I think that was a good call, though. I've seen it called before. You can't have him stretched out like that and twisted. And the coach, by what the coach was showing him, it looked like the Concordia guy had a darn near a full Nelson.
Now, who's got who here? Trevor's trying to get his head out.
If he does, he gets 2 points and goes up by 3 with just 30 seconds left in the third period. He really needs those 2 extra points.
Now he's too high. Trevor needs to back out, get 2 here. Concordia kid's got to work for back points. He's down 1 point. Trevor's ahead 4-3. 15 seconds left. I don't think Concordia kid can get any back points here.
Well, it looks like Trevor's going to win this match. That was a very well-wrestled match. Not very many mistakes between either wrestlers. Trevor comes out on top, 4-3.
Wow, that's got to be upsetting for the kid. He gave up 2 penalty points. You remember he had locked hands, and then he gave up that last one. So he gave Trevor 2 points. Trevor won it 4-3. So pretty good match there. 2 good sets of kids. I'm sure they'll both be at state this year.
Yeah, they probably will. And Nick going back to his old shoot and try and pin here. That's what he does when he's got a real weak opponent compared to him anyways. He's defending state champ. I guess at the 125 weight, so he wouldn't be defending state champ anymore, but he was a state champ last year at 125, moved up to 130 this year, just too big to wrestle 125. And he just seems to be dominating this kid right now. Nick's pulling him back in bounds.
Now Nick's wrestling a junior and dominating him pretty bad. 4-1's the score. 1 minute, 1:11 left here in the first period. Like Dan said, totally agree. State champ out there. Nick Johnson did an excellent job last year. And we're going to go to blood time, looks like here. Just want to let you know that Trevor with that win That decision gave team points 3 for Minneapolis, which that puts us 15 down. We got a lot of makeup to do here, but hopefully what we're going for here is Nick Johnson getting our 6 back.
Yeah, and then later on at 140, Sean Drennan should probably get 6 back too.
And maybe even Chris wrestling Dylan McNeil at 135. So.
Well, that would not be out of the question.
Yeah,
Chris is very improved.
Yeah. So there's blood times done, and looks like Nick's going to give him an easy point, a stand-up. He's asking Coach what he thinks. He's taking him down and let him up once. Scores 4-1. Took him down again, and looks like Nick's going to probably let him up here. Nick is so quick on his feet. Never seen a kid quite this quick before. But I want to say a little bit about Nick. He's not from Minneapolis. He's from Delphos. So I want to give the Delphos people a little bit of credit here. He does go to high school here in Minneapolis, but he's originally from Delphos, and his heart's here in Minneapolis wrestling, so we do like that.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, Khalil, Nick's so good on his feet, he can pretty much give anybody a free escape and then take him back down, and he only gives them 1 point for taking away 2, so it's no real big deal.
There you see Nick kind of worked into a short cradle there, and he knows he needs team points here, and there I think he's got him where he wants to be.
Yeah, I think he's going to get the pin here in this period. He's got 20 seconds to get it, and Bob's looking real hard.
20 seconds left here. We got to get a working team to get a pin here. Not going to give it yet. But old Nick just keeps cranking it tighter.
Now he's going to try something else. But runs out of time in the first period. Scores 9-2. Like Cleo said earlier, we really need 6 points out of Nick here, and the Concordia wrestler seems to be fighting pretty hard. So let's hope he gets a pin.
Well, I know Nick knows that. He's a team player. Nick's ahead here 9-2 with those back points.
And he started the second period on his down, and he's going to try and get an escape here.
Well, that just shows you how quick he is. He gets that stand up, turns around. He's in deep on the Concordia kid, and the Concordia kid just gives it in.
Well, he didn't get an escape there, just got the reversal because, like Cleo said, he's just too quick and got on the guy before Bob gave him the 1 point. So.
Yeah. And it looks like Nick's working for some back points here. That's that tilt. Nick working on, get some back points.
Well, we don't see Nick usually use the same move besides maybe a single leg or a double leg takedown in the same match. He's got so many moves he could pull on a kid. He doesn't like to use more than once in a match.
Yeah, he's got quite an arsenal, and that's all dedicated to his quickness, and that helps him a bunch. Got such good hips when he's wrestling, and he just knows where he is on the mat. You know, Nick's ahead here, 11-2, 40 seconds left, second period. We definitely need 6 points here. We need a pin or a major decision. So, Nick, we need you to get to work in here, buddy. 23 seconds here. Nick's working on some back points here, but bottom kid just kind of stalling out here, trying to stay away from getting pinned. In 11 seconds, we'll see if he can get some back points. And the kid kind of just curls up in a ball and not much. I tell you what, when you're wrestling a kid like that, it's just so hard because they don't want to do nothing.
Well, you can tell the Concordia kid is concentrating on not getting pinned, not trying to win. He's just trying not to lose really bad.
Totally agree with that, Dan. You know, it's just he knows it's his job when that Concordia kid goes out there. He's wrestling a state champ. He knows that, and he doesn't want to give up team points. So Concordia kid trying to be a team player here by not giving up six team points.
Well, because if Minneapolis gets that 6 points, they're only down by 9, and it really puts them back in the ballgame.
Yeah, with Concordia coming up at 52, 60, and 61 with 3 opens, they're going to lose some points there. But we definitely need a pin, and you see Nick working on that head real tight.
He should have this one. He's got it tight, yeah.
A minute 30, you know, that's not a good place to be. Third period here.
No, this is not a good time to be on your back for sure.
If he can get free of that leg, that Concordia kid's pretty good there, but if it's me, I'd suck that leg in and really make it tight. This is where Nick, you know, kind of gets a little bit, if I can say this, a little bit abusive, because, you know, the kids really just really wrestling defensively.
Yeah. Well, it looks like his nose is bleeding again. He already had 1 blood time, if I'm not mistaken.
Me and Dan just took a little time out there to look over the situation. And I'll tell you what, this is team points. This is going to come down. It's going to be awful close.
It might come down to one of Frost's big wins at the end again.
Yeah, and that's the way we like to see wrestling matches, at the end. Now, Nick's got that leg tied up. He's going to work. I'll tell you what, this is where you really get physical with the wrestler. And Nick's been so physical with him, I think the kid would want to give up, but now if he can take that and sit out, 24 seconds left here, illegal hold.
Well, that happens every once in a while, Cleo, when you're just trying to find some move just to get him back onto their back. Doesn't happen too often in Nick, though.
That's when it starts hurting. That's when Nick gets his best. It's 17-3. He's going to get a major. He needs to get 2 points to get a major. Well, he needs to get 1 over a major. You've got to tilt him or something here. And it's not going to happen. That's a good start-off match of the year for Nick Johnson. I think he only lost 2 matches last year. No. I think he lost last year to a Concordia kid up there.
Well, he lost 1 because he was sick.
Yeah. So I think he lost 2 matches, so he's starting off the year really good here.
Well, that Concordia kid did quite well, keeping him from getting pinned and not even giving him a major decision. So Nick just gets 14 points.
So now we got Chris Kendall out here at 135 pounds. He's wrestling Dylan McNeil, a senior, Chris a junior. Looking for good things out of Chris this year, too. He was another one of them wrestlers that didn't make it to state, but was so close last year in regional. I'll tell you what, folks, we probably had one of the toughest regionals in the state, and but that makes our kids better wrestlers.
That's right.
So Chris
Kendall.
Well, with that win with Nick, I put team points 7 to 18. He did not get a major like Dan said, so he only got 4 team points. And it looks like we got blood time for Chris Kendall.
Chris has a real weak nose. He's one of those guys. It doesn't matter if he gets hit in the nose, it's gonna bleed.
Oh, this is on top of his nose.
Oh, he got scratched then.
Yeah, must have got scratched on top of his nose. But yeah, Dan's right, because last year he bled a lot. Bled a lot. Now Chris Kendall, I had to put him in the same boat as Trevor Lambert, most flexible kids in the world. And there you see Chris with a single leg, trying to get takedown here. You just got to keep him in bounds, because here he goes. Excellent move by Chris, right to his back. He should have get some back points. Oh no, no way.
Nah, he didn't have him on his back long enough.
Okay. Now, I've seen pins quicker now.
That's true. If you can get the guy.
Chris gets a takedown. McNeil gets an escape. 2-1 score. Chris Kendall ahead.
Chris gets a good sprawl there.
Pretty hard to get that far leg when you're on that side with your head locked up. But
well, I don't know what he was thinking there. So it's a real tough move to do that.
Well, that takes care of the first period. Chris Kendall ahead, 2-1. Concordia wrestlers are tough. I think that's why Coach Giles wanted him on the schedule. He wanted to start out tough, see where the kids are at.
I was waiting though for when Dylan McNeil would try and reach in for a single though, and Chris would just throw him to the mat. I figured he'd see it, but guess not. Seems like a really easy move to do from up here.
Well, Chris got a little blood on top of his nose again. Well, Chris Kendall here, starting the second period. He's ahead 2-1, working right away for some back points.
This is definitely Chris's strong point, down on the mat. He's really tough when he's got either on top or on bottom. A lot tougher on the mat than he is up on his feet.
Kind of an awkward tilt. Not very often you get back points on that. Unless you get somebody that lays flat. Working that tilt. And there he's got it now. If he can just... He's going to have to get a little tighter. His hips are... There we go. A little too much air between his shoulders.
Well, we got 2 back points out of that. Bob's still going to count. Now he's going to get 3.
Now he's coming in. Yeah, he had the same hold, Dan. He didn't let go, so he's going to... Yeah, you're right. He had 2 there, but I think he's going for the pin.
Right.
Now you see Chris hop over, get more leverage here. 37 seconds left. Coach Giles just screaming his head off. Now he's tucked into a headlock.
He ain't getting out of that. There's no way he's getting out of that.
29 seconds. We hope Chris gets a pin here. And
there we go. In the second period, with just 24 seconds left, Chris Kendall gets the first pin of the night for Minneapolis.
Definitely helped our team score out there with that 6th pin. That pin worth 6 points, put us up 13-18. Puts us we're 5 away from Concordia right now. And we got our another state placer coming up with Sean Drennan. He's wrestling 140 pounds this year. He's going to be wrestling a junior, which Sean's a junior too. He's going to Lucas Deal. And with the pin here, we go ahead by 1. I know Sean Drennan is excited about wrestling. Went overseas this year during the summer, and Mike gets right in, gets a takedown, does a little helicopter spin with the kid. Look how he's got them legs tied up, folks. That kid ain't going nowhere.
He needs to pull him back in bounds. He's working on it. He gets the takedown. I wouldn't be surprised to let him Sean's probably up. Sean's going to let him back up. Give him a point and try and take him down again, just like Nick did earlier.
He moved just a little early there. He's wondering where everybody was now. Like I said, Sean, I think if I heard right, he took third nationals this year out at overseas this year. He had an opportunity to go overseas and wrestle.
I think you're right, Cleo.
So sweet there, that takedown there Sean had. Sean's wrestling a junior. Sean, another kid last year, took second at state last year. Had a good season. Sean lets him up, gives him one. 4-2 is the match. Sean just working on his takedown technique. He'll work on his pin in here before too long.
Sean quickly goes out of bounds when he gets in trouble.
Yeah, I think he wanted to make that kid feel good. Concordia fans thought they had something, but I guarantee you he ain't going to take Sean down.
That's for sure.
No way. Sean is just letting him play with him. Worked on a move. Look at that. Short fireman throws him right on his back. Now look at that. Working at it.
That was a very nice takedown.
6-2. Sean's ahead here. Kid's doing everything he can to stay off his back, kind of like what we talked about earlier. Kid knows he's wrestling a state competitor, and he just wants to keep away from getting pinned. .26 seconds left here, first period. What do you think the odds are him pinning him here, Dan?
He's got pretty good odds, but I think he's going to wait. It's
you got to work on this. Here's this Dreninator. He gets his half in. This kid's going to hurt. Here he goes. He just didn't quite get it. 6 seconds left. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think we'll get a pin this period.
What I meant by what his odds are pretty good. With Sean, you never know. It's just a split-second thing when he gets his pins.
Sean running ahead here, 6-2. 2 minutes left, second period. Just getting started here. We'll see how long this period lasts. I'll tell you what, for his weight, Sean, 140 pounds, I'm not sure I'd even want to wrestle him. I think pound per pound, he's a pretty strong kid.
Well, I remember last year in weightlifting class, we had this rating called strength index, and you would add all of your 4 core lifts together and then divide by 4. And if it was if it was the same as the weight of yourself, you'd get 1 on it, and then anything from that to double of yours would be in between 1 and 2. And Sean was at 1.46 or something. He could almost lift 1.5 times as much as himself. And I know he's gotten stronger since then. But he was the highest in the school on strength index.
Well, there you saw Sean just get tired of a kid sitting on the bottom doing nothing, so he lets him up again. Let him up, take him down. Let him take him down until he gets him in a pinning combination. The kid shoots in, tries to get a single, and he just counters it. Sean's just too quick, too strong, probably, for this kid.
Sean didn't even have to sprawl there, Cleo. He's just too quick for him.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sean knows exactly what he's going to do.
Seems like it.
Sean's a physical wrestler. He's going to hurt these kids when he's wrestling.
It's happened before. I remember his freshman year, he hurt a kid in a tournament, and that was his only loss of the year, I believe, before state.
That was his sophomore year.
Oh, that was last year.
Yeah. No, I think you're right, Dan. That was your freshman year up at Belleville. You're right. Exactly right. And there you see him get an easy reverse. Not sure what that was about. You, Dan?
I don't know. They didn't give anybody a point, so.
The Concordia fans were yelling like he had his leg in a situation, a caution situation, but I think Sean's done toying around with him. Sean knows team points are important, and we got to have a 6 here.
It would really help. It would put us up by 1 going into one more match before 18 straight giveaway points to us. So
really, this could be the factor here. Really could. I think, Dan, as we talked earlier, this is going to come down to the heavyweight match. We're going to be so close here. If Sean doesn't get a pin here, it's going to be so close.
Yeah, these Concordia wrestlers are doing their job where they need to keep us from getting the maximizing points that our guys usually do.
He's trying that Dreninator, which is kind of a 3/4 a half. And the kid is just doing a good job keeping from getting pinned, you know, just a stalling wrestler. 13-4, so, you know, we're not going to get but 4 points on this for team points. Yeah, I guess, you know, really, Dan, you got to hand it to the Concordia kid. You know, this ain't going to be good. I tell you, Dan, you know, yeah, Sean's got to watch his temper. You know, you got so many referees that know Sean, and he's so rough at times. You saw him lose a point there. He may have lost a team point too if he did it again, but that's not going to happen. I even heard working team from here where I'm sitting yell Sean's name out, and Sean really has to work on that if he's going to do good this year. So.
Well, sometimes it gets frustrating for him when he can't do what he wants to, and he can't hold his temper sometimes.
I just hope through that, and I think that's right. We didn't lose a team point on that, so that's good. Next up, we got a 145-pound. We got a Weston Fleming, and he's going to be wrestling Jamie Smith.
They're both freshmen, so we'll see who's the better up and coming.
I got to brag a little bit. This Fleming kid, his dad is my cousin, and I got to have to think that they went through wrestling and tough kid wrestling. And I got a feeling this kid's going to be pretty tough out here. Now, if Jake Goeth would have made his weight, he'd be wrestling this kid. I talked to his dad earlier, and Weston Fleming, he wants to get down to 140 pounds and wrestle at 40. Yeah, we'll just see how good he is here.
Well, I know Jake, he tried real hard this morning to get down. He ended up 0.2 over at 8 o'clock, and they couldn't give him any more time to get those 0.2 pounds off. So it's probably a heartbreaker, but it gives Jamie a good opportunity to wrestle varsity.
I see Jamie get taken down there by Weston. Makes the score 2-0. Team points we're down 1, and I got a feeling we're going to have to come down to the heavyweight match here. Jeff Mortimer going to be coming up. He's going to be wrestling Jacob Strait, and Jacob Strait won state last year as a sophomore. So that's going to be a heck of a match. See how Jeff Mortimer starts his year off. Okay, back here, first period, 14 seconds left. Weston Fleming wrestling Jamie Smith. Some of you folks might remember the Smith name. We had his brother, Monty Smith, wrestled for Coach. Hadn't been out many years ago, 5 years ago.
Oh, I was in junior high, I know that. So at least 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, and heck of a good wrestler. And looking at Jamie's physique and how he's taking care of himself on the mat, I think he's going to be in there too. I remember wrestling Monty when I was able to go into the. Okay, starting the second period here. Jamie Smith on top, Weston Fleming on the bottom. Pretty good hip control there by the Fleming kid. Got him in a tight headlock. Jamie's going to have a long time with this. Minute 40 left here. Second period. I tell you what, we can't afford a pin here, I don't think, Dan. This is definitely going to be coming down to the heavyweight. The heavyweight match is gonna say who wins and loses this match, this duel.
Jamie's got to get out of this.
Excellent job by Jamie, but he's getting flatter. He's just getting flatter to his back. I'm gonna tell you what, a minute 40 like that, it's not good.
No, it's not. It's not.
But you know, just like Jamie and Monty, they're not quitters. They're not going to quit there.
He keeps trying to bridge out of it.
He needs to get that right arm loose. He needs to get that through.
There we go. He's back over onto his belly.
Excellent job. Excellent job, Jamie.
And now he's just down 7-0. If anything, we really need him to get a couple points and make it so it's just a 3-point match here. Yeah. So we just lose 3 points as a team.
Yeah, we can't afford a pin here. And we got two freshmen here wrestling.
Well, these guys will probably see each other again and again over the years.
Yeah.
Yep. I think so.
53 seconds here left. Left here in the second period. Jamie did such a good job. You see him trying to work for a switch here, but Weston Fleming just too quick.
He had a good sit and turn though. He almost got away.
And he's working for that stand-up.
There we go.
And he gets it. And that's what we need. We need to make sure it's not a pin or a major decision. And that was good escape.
I think Western kind of gave it to him though. Once Jamie got up on his feet and got a little separation, Western just let him go.
Well, you know, I knew Monty had a little brother, and I forgot about him, and here he is. Just takes a few years for these guys to come around.
Well, it takes a few years.
7 seconds left here. Jamie's got to protect his legs and make sure he doesn't get a takedown.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jamie is tough.
Good job.
I remember when he was younger in junior high, he'd always want to play tackle football with me and the boys, and I'd let him. He'd never give up, though. He was tough as nails, still is.
7-1. Weston Fleming ahead from Concordia. Jamie Smith on the bottom. He's down 7-1. But doing a good job earlier in the second period. He was on his back and did a super job getting out of that. And I'll bet you he gets an escape here, and that's just what we need too. Need to narrow them points, them differential point here. If Jamie can get an escape here, make it 7-2. Yeah, you hear the Concordia fans saying they need a pin. 55 seconds left here, third quarter. And Jamie's fighting off getting any back points against him. The Concordia kid working him for a power half here. Try to get Jamie on his back. And Jamie needs to know where that out of bounds line is and get to scooting. And he's going to lose some back points here, as long as he don't get pinned.
Yeah, he's just got to hold out for 30 more seconds.
Oh, he really needed to roll through, Dan. You know, he needed to get his hips on over. He may get it tighter, but at least he's moving back and forth and not with his back right there.
Right.
So anyway, we lose a pin there, and that puts us up puts us down. We're down 24-17. Now right here in a row now, Concordia has 3 opens. So Travis Nunes goes out and gets 16 points for that, which still puts us one down, 23-24. Now we got Jared Mary coming out, raise his hand. He's going to get 16 points, makes it 29-24. We go ahead. And then Seth Outwell at 171 is going to come out and get his hand raised. And that's going to give us 34-24.
Looks like Seth was working up a sweat over there. I think he was getting Jeff warmed up.
Okay, now we're ahead 35-24 with those 3 opens by Concordia. That's kind of what I had figured out here, what was going to happen. 35-24. And this is going to be a key match right here. Jeff cannot be intimidated by this kid. Jeff has to go out and wrestle his best. This is going to be a key match right here. Probably going to say whether we're going to win or lose this duel.
I'd say probably yes. If Jeff can pull off a win here, or at least save us some team points here by not getting pinned or getting a major decision, Minneapolis will be in the driver's seat going into a heavyweight match with our favorite coming away with the win boy, Ross Fawny. So we'll see how Russell and Troy the last couple of weeks has done him.
2 big boys here. I don't know. We're going to see here. Jacob Strait took state last year as a sophomore. Now, you know, I don't want to put Jacob down, but 189 pound in 4A last year is pretty weak. Seen a lot of the kids wrestling at 189. Not taking anything away from Jacob Strait. He's a good kid, good wrestler. Been wrestling forever. But you can't be intimidated by that, and I don't think Jeff's going to be. I think Jeff's going to come out here and give him a good match.
Well, like you said, Jeff can't worry about what Jacob Strait's going to do. He's got to work his own stuff and be aggressive with it, not be timid if he's going to win this match.
I don't see this being a big scoring match. I think they're going to fill each other out. And that's what Jeff needs to do. He needs to be in there shooting. Show Jacob he's not afraid of him. I don't know if I've ever seen knee pads like Jacob Strait's got on. They're almost like volleyball knee pads. Good sprawl by Jeff. Good quickness.
I think I've seen him wearing them last year, but he's the only person I've ever seen wear those. Well, we figured Jeff was coming out with a takedown there, but he ended up getting taken down himself. And he's still trying to work the escape.
2-0. Jacob Strait ahead here. 18 seconds left. Jeff Mortimer doing a good job. Gave up 2. Two to nothing.
You know, in that position though, Jeff could almost sat down straight on his head and then just did a real quick switch there. But
aren't you a little surprised at that warning?
Well, it was. What was that all about? Stalling maybe?
Yeah. evidently he wasn't doing enough for Bob Workentine, so he gave him a warning. And really good job here by Jeff Mortimer. 2-0. He's only down 2-0. A lot of time left in this match.
Well, it looks like Jacob Straight's having a tough time trying to hold down Jeff. He's good at escaping. We'll see if he can hold down Jake here.
I've seen a lot of 189-pounders in my day. My son wrestled it 3 years in a row. And I know that he's been working out with Mortimer in the deal. And I'd really like to see him wrestle Jacob Straight. I'd really like to see how that'd work. But like I said, you know, I'm not taking nothing from Jacob. He's a good kid, good wrestler, but I just don't think 189 is very tough last year. And I feel like Jeff's doing a good job handling him here. I think Jacob Straight's a kind of a counter wrestler. He's going to wait for Jeff to do something wrong and then try to counter it. But right now, Jeff's got an arm in.
Well, I think you're right about that. That's how he got his first and only takedown there.
That's right.
Jeff went in for a takedown, had him on his back, and then he just turned him straight over.
He got him on his back, or he had him close.
It would have been nice though if Jeff would have got some points out of Bob, but he didn't have him on his back long enough.
Jeff would have thrown his hips into him a lot harder. He'd have got those back points. Now he's just got to come around the side. 42 seconds left. Counter wrestler. He's a counter wrestler. Jeff's got to know what he's doing.
He's trying to stack Jeff here.
Jeff has got to stay off his back. 27 seconds left. Jeff cannot give that up.
He's not going to get out of a stack if he gets stacked either. It's a real tough move to get out of.
Good job by Jeff Mortimer getting out of that. He just needs to get up and get his stand up. Keep spinning, stand up, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. There he got his one.
He got his escape right before the end of the second period. He's down 4-1.
I got to rebut some of the things I said. Jacob Straight wrestled 171 last year. I guess I've been saying 189 pounds, but anyway, Jeff Mortimer doing a good job here. 4-1 score, 4-1. So Jeff, I think, is doing a good job not being intimidated by a state champion out there on the mat. Jeff, come on up, work on the head. He's going to get one here, maybe two.
Oh, he gets a reversal. 43. Straight still up. Jeff's going to really need to get some back points here to win this match.
Now, the Concordia kid's got one warning, so if he stays like he is right now, doing nothing on the bottom, he may lose a point here.
That's very correct.
Now Jeff's got to get away from his hips. He's got to get across the leg. Now he's already got one warning. I don't know how he should have got a point. There it is.
Oh, wow.
That tied up the match, 4-4.
Jeff's working him over on his back. And he's got him on his back. He's going to get some back points here. Jeff just has to, he keeps it. Oh! Jeff Prince.
Yeah. Check
the state champion.
Check it out. Jeff Mortimer starts the year out with a pin over the state champ from last year.
I would say that Jeff is very much improved from last year, and that Cora's son Troy has probably had a lot to do with that.
That just gave us the match.
Yes, it gave us the duel. It gave us the duel.
There's no doubt about that. That just secured our duel. Everything from here on is gravy. Now we got
that's right.
Got Curtis coming out here to wrestle. Got to see him wrestle a couple times last year. Curtis Stevenson. He's a junior this year. He's going to be wrestling a sophomore, Danny Lavoie. Kind of got one of those mean, mad guy attitude, looks like. So we'll see what Curtis can do for him. Curtis has always got something. got something going on.
Well, you know Curtis likes to work headlocks. So watch for one of them. If he can get it into position, he's going to try and throw him. By the looks of it, Curtis is going to have his hands full this match. He's really going to have to wrestle smart to end up winning this.
Well, I'd have to think, Dan, that after Jeff Mortimer beating a straight kid who's a state champ last year, I got to kind of think that Mr. Mortimer's got a chance at state this year. You know, I don't know what 189 pounds is doing, but I guarantee you next week you're going to see Jeff Mortimer's name up on the top 10 list.
I think you're right, though. Even though Jacob Strait was just a 171-pounder last year, state champion's a state champion, whether you're in one classification or another. Winning one over that guy is definitely a good start on the year.
Yeah, it's gotta just help Jeff to no end. Boost his confidence. He lost out. Also, one of the kids that didn't go to state last year lost out in the last match.
That's right.
A regional by a close one. I think he only needed an escape to win.
Yes.
He couldn't get it. So Jeff Mortimer, much improved. He wrestled 189 last year. Played football this year at 220, I think. So excellent job by Jeff Mortimer. Right now we got Curtis Stevenson doing a super job. Just got away from Danny Lavoie, missing 2 back points there. So Curtis is down though, 4-0, 10 seconds left first period.
He gets him into a cradle, and Curtis is probably going to get pinned here. I don't see him getting out of that.
You ever heard one of those Saved by the Bell, Dan? That was one right there.
Well, it was.
Concordia kid looks like he's a salty sophomore. I tell you what, I bet he played some football, don't you think?
Well, by the looks of him, he's a pretty sizable guy and looks like a lineman of some sort.
It's never over with Curtis. I can remember a couple matches last year where come back and won them, and we just have to see how Curtis does here to finish out this match.
Well, that guy's just got to make one mistake, and then Curtis will probably take advantage of it. That's how he gets most of his wins.
And there you see Curtis getting taken down. It's 10-0 now. And Curtis is in trouble here. I don't think the bell's going to help him.
No, it's well over a minute 30 left before the bell rings again. So,
but he's fighting. You got to give it to the kid. Excellent job there by Curtis, staying out of that back point situation. Never gave up a point. Did he, Dan, or did you see that? I didn't think I seen him give him any points. Is that right?
I don't think he did get any points there.
Scored 10-0.
Curtis is fighting awful hard. You know, Giles is looking at him and just hoping that he can fill out with some of that hard work that he has for later years. I believe he's just a junior this year, so.
Yeah. Well, our last match, I guess me and Dan were thinking the bad things and kind of giving Strait the win. And Jeff Mortimer just kind of surprised us and ends up pinning Strait. So we were thinking it was going to come down to the heavyweight match, and Jeff Mortimer just secured the duel with that pin over the state champ of last year. There's follow through. Oh, he just about had it.
Just a little bit more strength, and Curtis would have had him flip back over onto his back. It would have been a great move.
Whoops. Yeah, it's not a good place there. Oh, and keep fighting, Curtis. 27 seconds left, second period there. And he does. He gets out of that one. Gives up 3 back points. Makes the score 13-0. Team points, if you folks are scoring at home, is 41-24. Those 3 opens in that pin by Jeff Mortimer hurt Concordia. Have you heard, Dan, is Frost going to wrestle 215, or is he going to stay at heavyweight this year? Have you heard?
Well, at the beginning of the year, or before the year started, I know I was talking to Frost, and he was saying 215, that's what I'm going for, you know. And just like last year, he didn't make it for the first couple of weeks, and then he got down. He's got to drop like 30 pounds, you know, almost by the end of football season to get down to 215. So he never really makes it at the beginning of the year, but last year he made it after 2 or 3 weeks. And I think that's what he's planning on doing again this year.
Okay. So we'll, that's 15-point major decision. Curtis. So that helps Concordia by 5. That's not 6. That's a major. So that's worth 5 points. So that puts the team points. Minneapolis 41. Concordia 29, and it leads us to the heavyweights with Frost Afani. And he's going to be wrestling a freshman named Josh Brown. So I don't think Frost is going to have much problems here. I'm sure we'll see a pin. And
you see Frost pummeling here. He's trying to get
that underhook there.
Yeah.
You know, Concordia kid's a little short thing, and
I wouldn't be surprised to see Frost get a nice throw on this kid. Seeing as how he's inexperienced compared to Frost.
Yeah.
You can see he's going down for a single leg every once in a while, but he never really going low enough to even attempt one. Just kind of keep Frost off of him a little bit.
Frost has to be a little more assertive in his. He's pummeling there, but he needs to lock something up. And there he's got that underhook. He just well throw it. He ain't got nothing to lose. There it is. Come on through with it.
I think you're right, Cool. Frost needs to be more confident in his moves and really go after it.
You know, Frost is a senior, and I know he doesn't want to lose his first one, but he needs to dominate this freshman.
Well, if they wouldn't have gone out of bounds, though, Frost would have had an all-right throw with a headlock on, but
that's kind of what I was talking about. Should have done that with first 3 seconds of the match.
Well. See, I think Frost is so used to just feeling the guys out that he just doesn't go out there like Sean or Nick and just dominate.
I totally agree. Now, team points there, 47 for Minneapolis. Oh, by the way, that was a pin in the first period for Frost with 20 seconds left. Team points, Minneapolis Lions wins the duel against the Panthers of Concordia, 47-29. So several key matches in there. I'm sure Giles wants to get those opens figured out, but 119 and 103. You never like to go into any match with opens, and I'm pretty sure Giles is going to get that taken care of before Christmas.
Oh, well, he will. He has such a huge team this year, he shouldn't have a problem at all. I think it's just the fact that people messing around with either grades or their weight and didn't make it.
Well, folks, this is Cleo Semino and Dan Leach signing off. We'll wait for Dale Leach to get this on the video so we can show you guys how good our wrestlers are this year, and we'll be following them through. So from now, we say goodbye from Cleo Semino.
And Dan Leach, goodbye.